Okay, welcome back. So the end of last session, you basically fled Argynvostholt after Varyelle insisted on saying to the spirit, "We will. We're not willing to promise. Basically, we're not killing Strahd." So he was a bit upset. So, in your headlong run from Argynvostholt, Eirril was leading the way, and he narrowly avoided falling into a crack in the ground, which is kind of opened out into a gaping pit. And out of it, 3 zombies have clambered out. So you guys are currently in combat. So the first zombie is this one here, and it's going to go for. We'll go for Varyelle since he's closest, I think.
Oh, thanks.
So using.
Amusing for who, I wonder.
Okay, so it does miss on 2 of its attacks, but it does manage to get you on 1, and it is a big,
3 attacks.
the mighty bite it takes out of you. So basically, it's kind of crawling, it's sort of shambling towards Varyelle, and it's kind of swiping at you. And you manage to dodge out of the way of its sort of flailing hands, but it sort of goes for a lunge, and it sinks its teeth into you. And luckily for you, I didn't roll too well on damage, but it does 4 damage to you.
What type of damage? I'm
Piercing.
joking. I know it's just
It's just piercing damage.
it's just piercing.
Next up is Xyril.
Okay. So is this kind of the positions we're looking at, yeah?
Yeah, more or less, yeah. They've kind of arranged themselves like around you guys.
Okay, I want to, assuming I don't get any opportunity attacks or any type, I want to kind of move here, sort of round the back.
There's not any close to you and fixated enough on you to trigger opportunities, so that's fine.
Cool. So, I mean, how far am I between that zombie now that I've moved?
I guess we could say like 10, 15 feet
Cool.
or something.
That's fine. As long as I'm not too close to him. Basically, my aim is to eventually go behind Asefa.
I mean, the way I'm picturing this is Asefa and Varyelle are kind of like next to one,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
Eirril's like sort of next to another, and then there's another one that is just kind of like heading you off.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to also get rid of that one and make sure that like Varyelle's in between me and that one. You know.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's all right. Anytime. So I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one that bit Varyelle.
Oh, thank you.
Roll 2.
At the very least.
So where's my roll? I always forget what my thing to hit is. Every time.
This is
Oh,
4
8.
standing.
So that is a 21 and natural 20.
Nice. Cool. Roll all your damage.
Yep. So that's 5. 12. 25 in total. Both.
Damage.
Yeah.
You hit it, and it's almost like a concussive like pulse like shoots out from Xyril, and you blow off one of its arms and one of its legs, and it kind of like obviously kind of like wobbles and falls to the ground. It's still alive and moving, but well, as alive as it can be. But yeah, it's not doing so hot.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. But the head would have been better.
Hey, I don't name it. I just fire in the the general direction.
Next, it's this one here, so it's going to go for Eirril.
Thank God.
Whoa. And despite flailing at you with its arms and also trying to bite you, it only manages to catch you with a glancing blow. And it does 4 damage to you.
That's pretty nice.
I have a 4 damage glove.
And next is Eirril.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go straight for the Eldritch Blast to the one that just did that damage to me. Is
Okay.
the one on the left or right? I guess on the left. Me.
Yeah, it's on the left. Yep.
No, the left.
Okay, sweet. I'll aim for that. And... oh, that's like 25 to hit. First beam. And... ooh, that's 14 to hit.
Yep, they're both hits.
Cool. 14, not bad.
Where's my detail? Do I have Christmas at damage?
We do, yeah.
Yeah. That's 18 total damage.
Nice. So, yep, much like Xyril, you give it a huge blast back. No limbs fly off this one, but it kind of staggers back from you. Kind of looks like it's almost been stretched out. Like you can see its limbs aren't sort of attached like too well to it. Next, it's Asefa.
Would I get advantage on the one attack Varyelle?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Perfect. I'm gonna take my mace has got electric fizzing off it with its elemental powers.
Yes. Yep. Still enchanted.
So.
Sorry, that was 20 damage. Actually.
20. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I've got enhanced spellcasting.
Nice. Cool. It doesn't make a difference, but as in, yeah, I added in the extra damage.
17 plus 9, so that's a 26 to hit.
Yep. That's it.
And it's a 1d6 plus a d4 and plus 6. That's a 10 total damage.
How do you want to
Be
do it?
gone, undead. And then I'm gonna mace to the head.
Nice. So Asefa brings it swinging down, crushes it down to a pulp, and it's remains stop moving.
Thank you, Asefa, for aiming for the head.
I try. Now let's get the rest of these abominations.
Next is Varyelle.
Oh, good. How far away is this guy from me? The one on the far left.
We'll say like 30 feet.
Great, so I can reach him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna holster my hand axe because what we discussed about rules. Run over to him and two-hand my long sword, feeding down into him.
Yep, roll to hit.
Okay, that is. I forgot what my modifier is. Okay, there you go. That is 24 for the first hit,
Yep, that's it.
and that is unnatural 20 for second hit.
Yep, both hits.
Okay, so that's. Damn it. Let's know what the additions are. 6, 4, 8, so that's 12 slashing damage and. Ooh, yeah. And that is. What is that? Christ. Sorry, 9 radiant damage.
12 slashing, 9 radiant, do you say?
Yeah, 9 radiant, but I think my radiant is like extra for undead, but I'm not sure. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong thing.
Okay.
Yeah, just say 9 radiant for now. I can't find what I look for.
Okay. So you run up to it, you bring your sword swinging down on its arm, and its right arm is just completely neatly severed off, and it goes flying. The arm does, however, wriggle, and it starts crawling towards you. It's going to do another...
Oh,
Sorry, it's an extra 3, so it's technically 12 radiant damage.
Okay, that's fine.
They are definitely
Everything else is the same. I spawned another one, but this is the arm. let me mark it.
this has happened before, hasn't it?
The green one is the arm. Okay, next.
Why,
It's-
undead? Why? Gives me the heebie-jeebies whenever that happens.
We gotta burn these fuckers.
So, Varyelle, this one, it's kind of like, and it is just like leaning all over you, scrabbling at you with its left arm, but it can't sort of find purchase on you. But again, it does sink its teeth into you, and you take 5 damage.
Down to 10.
Meanwhile, the holy shit, the arm is really slow. The arm crawls up to you, but it can't quite make it all the way.
Suck it.
Okay,
That hand's got a hankering for you, there, Varyelle.
next it's Xyril.
I'm going to move here.
Mhm.
The tank.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I can get this hand. I will just shoot the one that's attacking Varyelle again.
Okay, shoots roll to hit.
Oh, thanks very much.
That one might not. 5, 8. 13.
Yep, that's a hit.
Oh, okay. That one's also a hit. Right. 4, 9, 19 damage.
Cool. You blow it apart.
Nice. There you go. You see, you don't have to aim for the head. Anything works.
Next, the one that you're fighting, Eirril, is gonna have at you. And it manages to catch you with both its claw and one of its bites,
Oh, bloody hell.
and it does
Here we go.
13 damage to you.
Beefy.
And it's now your turn.
Okay, I'm going to try something different. Hopefully finish off. I'm going to bring out my scimitar
Ooh.
and go for a swipe.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Are you
Realise
sure you
I
know?
got-
Remember how to use that, Eirril?
Oh, trust me, this is my preferred... Well, I can't really say that. It sounds a bit weird. This is my preferred weapon of choice.
Is it?
I'll say that.
I don't think I've ever seen you use it.
No. I should be using it more often. This is bonus damage. Okay, roll to hit. That is 14 to hit.
Yep, that's a hit.
And 6. Oh, that's terrible. That's 6 damage. But I'm going to extra attack.
Okay.
And that's an unnatural 20 to hit.
Nice. Mhm.
And then that's 9 damage.
Cool. It's a good thing you did the extra attack because you have slain the creature.
Sweet. Slice.
Out his but an arm to deal with.
So it's now Asefa. You see this arm very slowly scrabbling its way over to Varyelle.
Foul, stinking, mangy piece of death. Be gone with you!
Just stamps on it.
Yeah, can I do a Can I do a horn attack?
Yeah, you
I
can do
just
that, yeah.
dive bomb.
Well, I say a horn as like a goring, like a stampede, like because it's a goring. It's like a goring rush.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Things
I
like-
wouldn't
that's
even
like
make you roll
This
for it.
far off the ground, man. That's like some sort of sliding tackle horns first.
So
You
with,
can
a,
just use your shield.
with a mighty roar, Asefa charges the arm and he just like stampedes it, beating it like down into the ground, and sort of dust is kicked up from it.
I hate undead. Be gone. Be
That-
gone with you.
That's
Damn
it.
undead.
That seems a bit excessive, really. But okay.
It did the job.
I yes.
Better it is gone.
You know, like I've not been able to handle the dead guy up in Arganvost Hope. Just just makes me feel a little bit better. Just leaves that stress.
Whatever works for you, big guy.
Okay, that is combat over, and you pre-rolled the rest of your journey, I believe, last time. So
Yeah.
up to Valaki now.
Yeah. So in the time,
Well,
I'd like to summon my familiar again. This time I'm an imp.
Asefa wouldn't know that we weren't going to have any more encounters, so he would do a prayer of healing while we're walking as well.
Okay.
So,
That's fine.
it's a 2d8 plus 4 for basically everybody.
2D.
Nice.
Okay.
oh
nice.
wow.
Um,
Do we roll or you?
no, I roll.
Oh, no.
That's a healthy old 10.
10. Nice.
10,
Nice. Awesome.
10
Hey.
HP for all of y'all.
Hey, I'm more than when we started.
So you guys will continue unimpeded, and you do manage to make your way back up to, we'll say you're approaching Valaki. Now, obviously, I don't know if Xyril and Eirril have told the others what happened last time they were in Valaki.
We should probably give them a lowdown now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We should probably.
I was gonna ask, have any of y'all been to this place before?
Yeah. Me and Eirril went there along with Jafar. Jafar didn't really leave there, but Yeah, we've been there.
This is the place of his death?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite a bit of a waste town now, I think,
yeah.
after the attack.
Yeah, a bunch of vampires decided to swarm the place, and we kind of bolted. I don't even know if they've left. Really, they could still be there. We should probably check that. I don't fancy having the same problem as Jafar, having a big, gaping hole in his body.
Mm.
Well, that is
Well, isn't that pleasant?
terrifying.
I have an idea. My new Spiny, Spiny's new form. Perfect.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Perfect for this. It's an imp. It's fine.
It's a little you.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Ugly as fuck.
Wow, that's just mean.
I mean, you can't deny it. It's a little bit overly. I mean, you're somewhat demonic. That's pretty demonic.
True, but it has its uses. So, Spiny, I need you to turn into a raven. And so what it will do, it will turn into... yeah, it does turn. It turns into a raven. And... Spiny. Invisibility. And then he'll turn invisible as well.
Ah,
Wow.
that is a clever creature.
Indeed. Now...
Have you summoned it before?
No...
I wish you had done this before.
I was trying.
save us
It's
some
it's
hassle.
taking me time to perfect this. You should have seen. You should have seen the
Zara-
attempts. It was bad.
Zara, what's the point of making it a raven if you're gonna make it invisible?
So it can scout from above. Come on, Asefa. It's way quicker to fly than it is to navigate through everything. Spiders take a long time to get places.
I mean, he makes some sense. Although, if it's already a bird, it's kind of incognito already.
Can't be too. I lost my previous familiar to that kind of mentality. Plus, this way, it's just easier, really.
Plus, there could be a lot of people like Xyril here shooting down ravens, so,
That's true. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one.
Well, that's just there should be more.
Yes, being the stories, I assume that you are, in fact, the only one who decides to shoot the ravens.
Well, you see, taking it for the people. You see, I'm a man of the people, not the ravens. No offense, Spiny. Yeah. So I'll send Spiny to basically do recon of the city.
Okay. What are you guys going to do in the meantime? Are you going to all wait kind of outside the city bit here, or like? What
So-
are
I
you
need
going
to
to
take
do?
a short rest.
safe distance away, and yeah.
Why don't we?
I would like to spend some hit die.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm all right. We could always
I don't even know how many hit die I have.
we could
7.
always check out what Mr. No is.
Who is Mr. No is?
The pressing guy that we found in Vistani.
Kasimir.
That's the
You
one.
mean Kasimir?
Yeah. The
He's
pressing-
a great guy.
Oh well, not at a party. He's a serious downer.
No, yeah, he's a massive downer.
Can we get away with a short rest?
So you're in eyesight of the city, but I'd say you're reasonably far away, and obviously people don't generally tend to travel on these roads, so it's unlikely that you'd have somebody come across you.
There aren't any visual signs of ruin, not like buildings on fire or anything.
You don't see anything like smoke rising or anything like that. But obviously, yeah, you're too far to kind of look
Yeah,
in
yeah.
detail.
Well, why don't we make our way to good old Kasimir, see how he's doing. By the time we've figured out what's going on over there, maybe Spiny will return to us.
I suppose that makes sense.
Who knows? We may be able to persuade him to come with us to this wherever we're going. I don't even know where we're going. Where are we going?
So if you want to, sorry, go on. I thought you were doing something.
Well, we planned on going to the windmill.
Yes.
Investigating the windmill, where we were attacked by that raven.
We are attacked by a lot of ravens, Eirril. You're going to have to definitely
Yeah.
narrow it down.
I mean, the one we semi-tortured, but thought it was evil, so we had good reason to. So
You tortured a raven.
Look, yeah,
I mean,
ravens are bad.
all I did is use 2 crossbolts to pin down the raven. That's it. There's nothing more.
That's fairly accessible.
I mean, we had to make sure the raven didn't fly away.
I mean, you've literally taken its limbs in that sense.
It's downright evil. I would say.
That's crucifixion.
I mean, when
In
something's trying to kill you.
In all fairness, we didn't realise that some ravens around here like to turn into people. So, you know, this was before we found that out. Now that we found that out, well, to be fair, it didn't really change anything. But now at least we know that it's a possibility. Doesn't surprise us anymore.
I'm gonna follow it. We're following our rules. Are we not?
Yes, Asefa.
Sifa's rules.
Yes,
and
I
that's
suppose we're
abide by.
following the rules from now. So,
Can we also
Past
make
is
can
the
we also
past.
make it a rule that Varyelle never talks to anyone ever? Can we put that as a rule? Because to be honest, that was a
You're
pretty
good.
bad situation that we just went
Yeah,
in,
you
was in.
my experience when you discuss something with this spirit, honesty is the best way to lay the spirit to rest.
Yeah, how did that work out for your blood?
In the recent situation, not well.
All right. How about a vote? All in favor of having Varyelle not speaking to spirits first again.
I'll put my hand up, and I'll
Aye.
put a mage hand up as well.
I think that okay, fine.
Carl, you're
fine.
still on the count of one.
Oh, that's just racist.
Fine. Okay, I will not speak to spirits first.
I can do all
I
the
do
talking.
have questions.
All in favor of Xyril not speaking to spirits first either.
Oh, 100%. Can I have two
Oh.
hands?
Oh, I'm going to put my hand up. Sorry, Xyril.
Eirril, man, what are you doing?
You're good with people, but spirits, I don't think that's your forte.
Yeah. All right.
If it's a spirit, either Eirril or myself first.
Yeah.
First, but then after that, get a crack at it if it's the right kind of spirit.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe you can take the female spirits, but
I'm happy with that.
So the plan is we leave now, or are we taking a little break first, or shall we just go straight away?
Might as well just. I mean, there's no real point standing out here in the open. We might as well go check up on Kasimir, rest at his place, eat his food, whatever.
Where is this Kasimir?
Over there,
just in the woods over there, yeah. It's not far.
in the Vistani camp.
And you're sure nobody's going to want to kill you there?
Well,
The
last.
Vistani, I told you, the Vistani are after you.
Well,
But we cleared out. so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
So unless they move back in, like roaches or something, then we should be
You
alright.
want-
Either of you to wear
You wanna
disguises?
You want to take that risk?
Yes, I can, and I'll just disguise myself to look like just some random dude.
Eirril?
Do I have that? I mean, he's got a hood up, so you can't really see his face.
It's not really a. That's not really a disguise, is it?
He'd do minor illusion, but bar that, it's not as convincing.
I guess it could do, but I suggest we maybe go into the camp prepared.
How about on for the Vistani camp, we have myself and Varyelle do the talking.
A most excellent idea. I will let Asefa lead.
I mean, if it's
there's
Kasimir,
Vistani,
you might as well ask. Yeah, I mean, if Kasimir, we should probably,
Yeah.
Oh, for Kasimir, very well. But if there's Vistani there, you can't do the talking.
fine.
Yeah.
And then
I'll
we're going to
probably
have our vote as to whether they're innocent or not. But to be honest, they work with the big S, so really they're not innocent.
Unless they're enslaved.
Yeah, but
For why they are handling with Strahd, that is unknown.
yeah, but it's still the
Okay.
fact that they're doing it.
They
I
didn't seem
agree.
like slaves when they were pummeling.
I agree. I'm agreeing with y'all that the fact that they're with Strahd is bad, but we don't know the extent of the badness. We don't know if they can be turned good at the very end.
Probably not. But all right.
I think it's fair to say that even you two have taken on evil methods to achieve good results.
Sometimes you got to fight dirty.
Mm.
I'll own up to that. But
How do we not know that the Vistani are simply working with evil for the better good later on? Or at least the better good they can afford at this current moment?
I don't know. I mean, that camp we saw, they were beating on a little kid
And he
who
seemed
was
to
tied
enjoy
up.
it,
So
which is a bit weird. You know, what kind of person? You know, I'm all for a bit of pain in the pleasure, but that takes it too far.
I don't need to hear that kind of
Okay.
We'll sort it out on when we see it. Shall
Okay.
we?
Let's go then.
So your little demon spawn thing's gonna
Spiny.
go around.
He has a name. Spiny.
It's gonna go in around the barricade, and we'll go down to the start of the camp, and it'll come back to us once it's done this lickety split.
Pretty much.
Radio. Lead on then, boys. Where's this Pastana camp?
Right. We'll start heading there then.
Basically. So, how does your familiar work exactly? Do you constantly get information from it?
For a certain
100 feet.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's something like that. Yeah.
So pretty much it's going to be out of your range for most of this. Okay.
Yeah.
Acts of its own.
Yeah, 100 feet.
Uh,
Yeah.
Act of its own rules that it's been given.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll come back to that momentarily. You
Excellent.
guys will move down to the camp. I'll move you over.
Lots of map jumping.
Yeah.
Hopping.
Hoppy hop hop. I'm already worried.
yeah, this is a cool map.
So you guys approach from here, and as you start approaching the camp, you notice that. By the way, ignore all these buildings and things; they were all destroyed.
Oh my god.
What you do see is you see a bonfire here, and there's a few men around, and they have just like they appear to be holding sort of like crates and like trinkets and stuff, and one of them is kind of like stoking the fire, and as you look closer, you see effigies of what looks like Xyril, Eirril,
Oh no.
and was it Jafar?
It was
the other one?
Jafar, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of you disguise yourself now.
Oh well, I already have. I look like someone else. Anyone else? It doesn't really matter.
Eirril.
I'm just gonna start backing away.
I know. I'll because I should probably pick somebody. I'll look like the Baron dude from Kresk.
Okay,
I'll look
fine.
like that. I can't remember.
What's
what he
Eirril
looks
gonna do?
I mean, I do, because we can. We could just sneak around to Kasimir's house.
like.
Because this
Potentially,
whole thing's on a hill.
Yeah.
So we could just sneak all the way
That's
around.
correct. They don't appear to have noticed you.
Kasimir's over here, so like.
Yeah.
I think perhaps
So-
maybe you should go round and we should find out.
So I already told y'all that the Vistani could be back and looking for you. You listen to me now?
Yeah, they are. Well, this is why we're careful about things. Yeah.
Yeah, if we stay at the bottom of the hill, we'll be fine. They can't see us.
Yeah, we could just sneak all the way around to
And
Kasimir's
if they
house.
decide to come to Kasimir's hut,
Kasimir might know them, and he could help us.
Or
or
kill
you
you.
know, kill you,
Nah, Kasimir's cool.
No, yeah, he's good. He's on our side.
is he?
Yes.
Just
I find it hard to believe that anyone is on your side.
We have friends.
I would tend to agree there, Varyelle.
we have some friends in the world.
Yeah, not many, granted, but some,
Yeah.
some people just don't understand us. We're very misunderstood.
Well, perhaps myself and Asefa should distract them, so at least you can run around out of view.
I mean,
If you...
it's only really Eirril. I mean, I look different anyway. Zero effort, Eirril. Come on.
I mean, Xyril, you can disguise your appearance, but you can't disguise your chat.
Well, all right. Yeah, I can't.
Ash, can we see this guy? What is this?
No, ignore him. he's just a stray.
It's just a dead
I
body.
feel like I have spotted some things that I should not have spotted.
Alright. I suppose the best thing we can do is just try and, I guess, stealth around to Kasimir. Using the buildings as cover as best we can.
I think you two should go around. I
You
think
mean
we-
those burnt ones that I assume you burnt down yourselves earlier?
Technically, the tent set them on fire.
Yeah, it was in there.
So yes, it was y'all.
We
Not
knocked down the
intentionally.
tent, and then the fires that they put. I mean, who starts a fire inside a tent? I mean, that's an accident waiting to happen.
Zara, what I'm hearing is yes. It was y'all.
Well,
It's
it
a
wasn't me and
technicality.
Xyril.
Yes,
It was-
at this point, I agree with you, Asefa. That's what I'm hearing as
Y'all
well.
are all the burning effigies over there. I don't care if it was the one that's dead. All three of y'all are assumed in that one.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a
Can't like
misunderstanding.
that.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't see me.
Well, obviously they did.
Mm.
That effigy.
And also, I might add that all that destruction you see over there, technically their horses did that. We just set the horses free. No one told them to go running stampeding. If they treat their horses better, maybe
again.
they wouldn't have done it.
Again, Zara, I'm hearing it was y'all fault. That's what I'm hearing.
Same. Absolutely.
I mean, the Vasani kind of earned that.
I mean, they deserved it anyway, you know. Strahd's minions and everything.
If you guys are confident going up there and distracting them, I'm happy with that.
I'm a
I think it is
Minotaur. I'm
wise.
pretty sure I'm distracted enough.
Yes.
All right.
Well, we shall go there, and Xyril had a good point. Perhaps you should go with him.
Works for me. I don't particularly like going towards people who are setting me on fire.
That's fair.
Aren't you a demon? You're supposed to be on fire anyway.
I mean, I can do that, but, you know, it's weird when someone else is doing it. It's only cool when I do it.
Very well. You guys sneak. We'll distract.
All right.
Cool.
All right. Well, you're not-
And we know which one's Cantrips.
the one at the bottom. Over there.
Right?
Yeah.
The one on the bottom.
Yeah,
Radio.
I'll point over to it, yeah.
See you at Kazimier's.
So, yeah.
Okay, so Asefa and Varyelle, is it, are going up to them.
That's right.
Okay, and the other two are moving around. Okay. People, Xyril and Eirril, can you roll stealth? With advantage, since I'm assuming these two are going to engage them in conversation, kind of.
That is the plan.
Okay.
Shit.
Shit. Is that high enough?
Shit. That's not high enough.
It's
Do I-
advantage. You got advantage, please.
You have got
No.
advantage.
I'm gonna have to use.
Do you have lucky as well?
Yeah,
Someone's
I've
got-
got
I've got
lucky.
lucky. I've got 1 point.
Burn
of
it, you
lucky.
fools.
I'm gonna go
Burn
with
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna use it.
I'm going to use it.
I suggest using it.
Oh, okay. 15.
13.
When the DM says, "I highly suggest you use it,"
See, I had a 13, but I thought I wasn't feeling the 13, so I
I
went.
had 8.
So
So.
I went 15.
We'll come back to that. So,
God damn it.
Asefa and Varyelle, while those two are working their way around, you approach them. So, yep, as you get closer, you pretty much see what I described before. Except now that you're a bit closer, you see the trinkets and stuff they've got. It looks like personal effects. Like they've kind of got like a bit of jewelry, like some clothes, a couple of things which look like maybe children's sort of toys. They look up, and as you approach, and they're like, "Hey, who's there? Who are you two?"
Well, howdy, y'all.
Ho, friends.
My name's Asefa, and this is my friend Varyelle. We noticed that old Valley Key down there is a bit rough around the edges, and we saw this the smoke from the trees on the road, so we thought we might as well come and see if we could stay with y'all. Is that all right?
One of them kind of like spits on the ground and says, the Vistani are famed for their hospitality," but he kind of gestures around. This used to be a camp. This used to be our home. This is where we lived, and it was destroyed, burnt to the ground. So you're welcome to the ruins, but
That's a matter of shame. What happened here?
He turns, he points to the effigy burning in the flame, and he says, "One night, we were, drinking, making merry, living as we do. These three, they came, they burnt down our camp. It was just terrible. Our families, our children, they were slaughtered. So only a few of us got away, but we've taken steps. Their justice is coming to them."
Oh, dear.
And just the 4 of y'all are left, or is there more of y'all around the place?
Well, we've been scattered around Barovia. We're thinking of leaving. In fact, this land, you can understand, it has many painful memories for us now. So we just came here to salvage what we can, and to make a final offering, you might say.
And you're confident that you can leave?
Well, yes, we're Vistani.
Mhm.
Interesting. And how have you planned to get these bastards that destroyed this camp?
I'm not inclined to join you on this.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
Yes, what kind of sick people would do such a thing?
To slaughter
So-
your women and children, that is not on.
Some obviously peaceful and hospitable people that you are.
Despicable people. We've heard other stories of what they've done. You must have heard about the winery. Or
Wow.
perhaps
Yes,
you haven't.
yes, I heard about a winery. Destroyed that place.
I have not heard this story about a winery.
I was going past Crazy Eck only just a few days ago, and the poor people down there are gasping for wine that they are no longer able to receive because of those bastards.
That sounds like they're quite a blight on all of Barovia.
It's more than that. We fled to the winery after what happened here, and never seen anything like it. It was like some beast just ripped the whole building off of its foundations. The whole place was flattened and destroyed.
We didn't do that.
Wine is
What the hell?
We didn't do that.
Shit.
Flattened and destroyed. These are very powerful enemies you have made.
which is why
They must be working with Strahd, must they not?
our Lord Strahd, he wouldn't do this to us. In fact, we've implored him, plead for him to seek vengeance for us. To restore, he is the one who maintains law and order in this land, and such an incident, if breaks every law, every unspoken rule,
And
Strahd will come for them.
and is that what these effigies are bound to do? Are they a promise from Strahd, or a promise to Strahd for him to act upon these mere mortals who are gonna take on the wrath of y'all?
We some of us travelled to Castle Ravenloft, and we threw ourselves at his feet, and this is our end of the bargain. And he gestures behind at the bonfire, and he says, "All we can hope now is that our Lord hears us, and he restores order in this land by ridding it of these fiends."
Terrible, terrible business.
We can always hope and pray that Lord Strahd will rid the world of these heathens and blats on the fair community of y'all.
Thank you, friend. It's this is a sad day, of course, but I'm glad to know that not everyone who comes to Barovia is capable of such atrocities.
Yes, well, I'm new here and haven't been much about. So you refer to Lord Strahd, the protector of these lands, as you say. How long have you all been loyal to him? Is that a...
Well, I wouldn't say, we all of us, of course, acknowledge him, as the Lord and Master of this land, as is proper. He's the ruler of Barovia. But some of us take a more active part in following him. Certainly, some wish to go above and beyond to aid our Lord. Others, like myself, are more happy to go about their lives, or at least we were until gestured behind them. This, perhaps if we had showed more loyalty and more, who knows?
I do not think you can blame yourself for such atrocities. It seems that they were brought upon you unnecessarily.
The agents of chaos are not kind to the people who are Gentile in the world. It's a sad day, but I would not wish you to think that it's your fault. It's merely the acts of others that have caused pain upon ye. But know this: you may go in peace, as I am a man of the Lord. I am confident and comfortable with the high above that those who you lost are in a happier place now.
Thank you for your thank you for your kind and wise words, my friend. He kind of reaches out, his arm sort of to clasp yours.
I'll clasp back.
He'll clasp it and he'll say final words before we take our leave. You seem like decent folk. I suggest you seek out the Lord Strahd and you pledge yourselves to him. You're new to Barovia, yes, and who knows? Perhaps with your help, he can prevent further sadness such as this.
We can only hope and pray.
He'll nod. He'll reach out to Varyelle as well to kind of like clasp arms.
Yep, I'll clasp arms as well.
Okay, and unless either of you have anything else to say to them, they'll basically sort of gather their things. They'll sort of hover for a moment, and they'll all kind of, almost like a prayer, like a vigil sort of thing. They'll kind of like stand around the fire, heads bowed, eyes closed, kind of like sort of muttering in a language you don't understand.
Respectfully, Varyelle will bow and close his eyes as well.
Mm-hmm.
As well as Asefa.
Mm-hmm. And then after a few moments, they'll sort of nod to each other, nod once more to you guys, and they'll set off back up north, like kind of where you guys came from.
Go with Strahd. Go with the Lord.
I'm just going to lean into Asefa and just be like, that might have, I mean, that was pretty good. I have to say, pretty good. Might have been a bit much, but pretty good.
Considering those following, sneaking around the side there, I think it's the least we could do is just pretend that we're with them after all that they've done to them.
Yes, I believe our new companions are a little bit more chaotic than we might have expected.
Are we sure that Strahd is the bad one in this situation?
Ooh.
I think at this point, from what I've seen, heard, and felt...
At the moment, it's a bit 50-50, if you know what I mean.
I understand your meaning, my friend. I think that perhaps we should carry on as we are for now, but keep a vigilant eye, for the scales could begin to tip. Wow.
we shall remain ever vigilant, man. Let's go see what this Kasimir has to say.
Yes. Before we do get there, though, I had a question. I understand that you are a man of gods, but well, you are a man of belief, faith, perhaps.
Loosely maybe. I'm a man of the forge mainly. That has happened to be blessed.
Well, at least you are a traveler of experience. Have you... The vengeful spirit, he called me Angel. Why did he do that?
I don't know. Am I supposed to know?
Have you ever heard of an angel, or...
I know of angels, yes.
Do I fit that picture?
I don't know that much about angels. What I know about those things is that they are in the heavens, and they kind of they facilitate the needs of the spirits who are dead for the gods. Maybe as a demon that you kind of fit in that as a spirit that's in the land.
It is the order of doom. I'm not a... Never mind.
As in the order of the riding that thin line of being a spirit and
pat Asefa on the shoulder and just say, "It is okay, my friend. If you do not know, you do not need to further try to explain."
Maybe in dead and undead, and at the same time, that parallel is similar to an angel, but it's a bit beyond my expertise. I'm a bit more of a heat, hammer, metal kind of thing.
That is fine. I believe the monk that we met before, he said he could give me answers, perhaps. Perhaps this is what he spoke of. But he is in Valaki, so I suppose we must wait for, what was it? Spiny to return.
Which I'll see.
Just carry on then. And as I said before, a vigilant eye. I am not completely comfortable with causing such atrocity in future.
Agreed.
I guess we... Okay.
So let's go to Kasimir's. And look, I believe that our talk to the Vistani was enough to succeed where our companions failed stealth checks. Well,
So, Xyril and Eirril, you will reach Kasimir slightly before the other two come down. So, is there anything you want to do, or you can just wait for them to come?
We'll knock on the door. Yeah.
Okay. So the door will open, and Kasimir is standing there, and he says, "Oh, you have returned."
My good man, how are you doing? How's life been treating you?
It's great to see your happy face again.
The dreams worsen every night.
Oh my God, Casimir. Have you tried alcohol like I suggested?
Alcohol cannot hide my sin.
You could try. If it's not, then you're not drinking enough of it.
Have you only returned to torment me, or are you ready to go still?
Bit of both. But, you know, why can't we just pop in to say hello to a friend?
You're not friends with me.
Oh, that's just hurtful.
Companions, colleagues.
There were some men here looking for you.
Oh, why is it always
we
the
do
men
report.
that's looking for me, man?
They seemed most displeased. I must admit, in the time since your actions here, I'm struggling to come to terms with it. Another sin blemishes my soul for having allowed you to do as you did.
I mean, to be honest, Casimir, you were like down here. You didn't even know. I mean, it's
He
not
was there in the fight, if you remember.
Yeah.
I think
He saved
Eirril
us.
convinced him to basically stop fighting you guys.
Oh,
like...
yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Kind of peers at you and says, "I see one of your number has already fallen."
Yeah, Jafar got himself killed. Which, to be fair, he's a bit like that.
Kind of nods. I see.
Yeah, it was a sad loss. Surrounded by vampires.
Well,
Horrible way to go.
yeah, he got kind of gutted.
Yeah.
All loss is sad.
Yeah. But it's what you do with that loss. Take that loss with you. Make yourself stronger. Fight the good fight.
He looks up at the sky and he says, "I carry every loss with me still. The face of every person I've lost. They haunt me."
Damn.
We can tell
Okay.
we can tell you've not changed.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point you would kind of see Asefa and Varyelle kind of like coming down the hill towards you.
See, look, we have more friends for you, Casimir. See, you're growing in popularity.
More people you've enlisted to help you on this mad quest. I told you before, the Amber Temple is the only way to defeat to break Strahd's power.
We'll get there. Don't worry. We just need to sort a couple of things out first. But
Already
it's on,
one is lost forever to Strahd.
it's on the list. We have a list. It's on the list.
Why, how do?
Yes, hello. Kasimir, it must be.
Yes, it is I.
See, this is Kasimir. This is Asefa and Varyelle.
Varyelle.
Yes.
Who's this Mary Cherry Blossom over here?
This is Kasimir. He's a good friend of ours.
We're not friends.
We are friends. We are friends.
You spoke of an amber temple. Well, what is this place?
Oh dear.
The temple.
Xyril's just gonna sit down, perch his back against the building.
Just roll his eyes.
Yeah.
The Amber Temple is an ancient vault hidden far south in the Barovian Mountains. It is where the Devil Strahd first forged his pact with evil powers. It is what gave him the power that he possesses today. I believe this temple holds the secret to breaking Strahd's power.
And why do you seek to break his power?
I failed my people, and more than that, I failed my sister. Now I must atone or be forever damned.
And who are your people? Are they Vistani or they are unrelated?
A faded race, a race on the brink of extinction. The Dusk Elves. But there are few of us left, and dwindling every day. You see, Strahd butchered all the women in our tribe all those centuries ago. My ears.
You
lifts up
don't need women of the same race to continue. You know.
Yes. Have you heard of the half elves? They are, God, I'm sounding like Cyril.
But this is the end of the Dusk Elves. I have long since resigned myself to the fate of my race. But if there is one thing I wish to do with the remainder of my worthless life, is to see Strahd defeated.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes.
I want to know if he's truthful about his intention to kill Strahd. Or defeat Strahd at the very least.
You want to know if he's truthful about what he said about defeating Strahd? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And if that's his only reason.
Okay, roll insight.
That was a good roll, wasn't it? I imagine, yes, there's going to be an answer to this, because that's an 11.
He's hiding something.
Oh.
Wow.
Great, Kasimir. I'll have you know, we've got some questions. How long have you been trying to kill Strahd?
Oh, you think too much of me. I admit I've been trying to seek a way into the temple, but it is far beyond my powers alone.
Actually, can I just say, sorry, I understand we're in mid-conversation, but I'm a bit cold out here. Could we come inside?
Very well. He steps aside.
Xyril's just going to burst in, sit in his chair. My chair. Yoink.
He'll go and sit in another chair.
When Varyelle comes past Asefa,
How big is this room?
It's quite small.
Can Asefa stand up straight in it?
You can, but like your head is kind of like scraping the ceiling.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, Varyelle's going to try and get in before Asefa, and essentially in the doorway, as Kasimir goes in, just whisper to him, "He's hiding something. Shut the door."
Alright.
God, what are you gonna do?
I'll
Shit's about to go down.
kind of place myself so that I'm between everybody in the door,
Okay.
and I'll have the door shut behind me.
So kind of like, sort of like a bouncer, kind of in front of the door.
Not as imposing as such, but
Okay.
just as everyone else sitting down, he's remaining standing. His shield is on a lot. He's not wearing his shield, but it's like basically against the door almost, like accidentally. Like I couldn't find any place to put it. I'm just gonna put it here, but somehow it's blocking the door at the same time.
Okay.
But completely accidentally, you know.
Okay, that's fine. So I'm presuming all the rest of you are seated. There are enough seats for all of you.
No, I'm standing up.
I'm going to sit across from Kasimir.
Okay. Cyril's taken his chair, so he's sitting in another chair.
I will sit across from wherever he sits.
And he'll kind of look to all of you and say, "So, have all of you come to assist me with the breaking into the temple?"
Well, we got a few first things first. We were recently in Arganvoth's hole, and what we discovered, what we believe, is that the bones of Arganvoth's hole are somewhere in the world around us, in Barovia. Now, my intuition tells me that Strahd will have his bones, or at least the skull, I'm hoping, it's somewhere in his castle. And our goal is to at least go into the castle and try and take the skull and restore it in Arganvoth's hole. That's our goal. Is there anything you can help us with that?
So Kasimir will kind of sigh heavily and lean back in his chair, and again he'll kind of look up at the ceiling and he'll say, Arganvoth's, if the bones are anywhere, then I suspect you're correct that they would be within comfort. However, I fear that you seek a false hope. Arganvost was a formidable opponent in his time, yes, but he was defeated by Strahd and his armies. The secret to beating Strahd lies within the Amber Temple, not within the remains of his enemies long since vanquished.
You speak much of this Amber Temple.
Yes.
Sorry, Asefa, would you like to say something?
Nah, you go ahead, Varyelle.
You speak much of this Amber Temple. How did you find this place? As it guards the power to defeat Strahd, I imagine he would have it so well and truly protected.
I lived at the time when Strahd was not the monster he is today, but merely a man. A formidable man indeed, but just a man. And I was there when he received his powers and became the Strahd you know today. I have lived for many centuries in Barovia. I know many of its secrets.
I would like to see...
You know so many of its secrets. How is Strahd leaving you alive?
Strahd leaves me alive at a whim, to torment me. He knows I am no threat to him in my current state. That's why I seek your help to approach the temple.
Well, surely you know any secrets is a threat in itself, is it not?
Strahd does not think...
Strahd is aware of us trying to end him. He invited us to dinner at his house, nonetheless. He knows that we are about in the world acting upon our own intuition, and he's allowing us to do so, but only because he probably doesn't see us as a threat. Us talking right now is indeed that threat, is it not?
Strahd does not think like you or I. He's been alive for many centuries. His power has been unopposed for nearly as long. I believe he finds it amusing that adventurers come and try and defeat him, only to break their spirits when he finally crushes them. I have seen many of your kind come and go, and each one of them failed in the end.
And every one of them come to y'all?
No, but when adventurers come to Barovia...
They listen to y'all truths about Strahd and use your advice?
Not all of them found me, and of those who did, none were strong enough to help me approach the temple.
Could I...
So if they followed your advice, then how did they... And then they died. No offense to y'all, but why would we follow your advice now if that only led to their deaths?
You are the first in many centuries who I believe are strong enough to actually help me take the temple. And of those who are strong enough,
That's That's not the
just-
first time you said that, though. I bet. I can guarantee this is about the 100th time you said that, probably even this year.
I mean, he has a point. How can we trust you exactly?
He never went into the temple. You people don't listen, man.
He looks sort of quite sad and defeated.
Do I
And he
sense
says-
a presence around, like, with him? Like, a Strahd presence at all? Like, you know the fog and the mist. Is there anything like that with him?
It's a good question. No, not with him.
Why do you say it like that?
Seeds
No.
of doubt. That's why he loves it.
We'll say no. No, you don't get any kind of presents.
Okay. That's fine. No, I just wanted to check, you know.
It's worth the time. It's a good idea.
You are asking us to risk our lives for this formidable temple that you alone could not face. How do we know that this is not a way to lead us to our deaths and you are in secret a servant of Strahd?
Kind of spreads his hands and he says, I can offer you nothing in the way of proof. Only that, should you not attempt to take the temple, you will certainly die. You will die defeated, and Strahd will move on to his next amusement.
Insight check.
Okay.
On
What are
if
you specifically checking?
Does he really believe?
Does he really believe that the Amber Temple is the only way to defeat Strahd? And essentially, my ways of seeing if he's lying about this is seeing if his meaning, or sensing his meaning, is basically like, well, I'm just trying to get you to the Amber Temple to kill you off.
Or even just for his own needs?
Or just for his own needs, yeah.
Because he's...
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if he thinks that it's the benefit of getting us capability to kill Strahd, or if he's doing it for his own purpose.
Okay. Can you roll insight? My computer's
Sake,
back
my
on, but I think
rolls.
the Wi-Fi adapter's broken. It doesn't seem to want to connect to the internet.
Oh shit, that's annoying. That is a 14, because my rolls are so good.
He appears to be telling the truth to you.
Okay.
So the question, I guess, is whether we do that or the windmill.
How far
Could be
away is
fine.
this Amber Temple?
Many days. I must admit, I am curious that Strahd invited you to dinner. Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
That's
Not
I
us.
hand him the invite.
yeah,
but
me and
them two.
he invited me and Eirril.
we are on our way. Go past Valaki. Gonna hopefully skirt past it, and then we're gonna. You said there was some windmill thing that's on the way that we were basically gonna have a look at,
Mm.
and then we're gonna look at Strahd, talk to him, try and look for this skull in the castle, and then what we'll do after that, we'll come back, talk to you at the Vistana camp, go to Argan Vostal if we have the skull, to see if something can happen to help Argan Vostal. If not, then it just at least lays him to rest. And then what we can do is go on to the Amber Temple with y'all, where you can go and lead us the right direction.
Could I have a could we have a group huddle? Just Casimir, could we just have a moment?
Of course.
Group huddle.
Come around the chair.
Right. Casimir, block your ears. I mean, sorry.
That's just insensitive.
Oh, that is rude.
Kind of feels the area around.
It's his own house.
I didn't mean it was a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
As we crowd around, if this is a way to weaken Strahd, would it be beneficial to weaken him and then go to dinner?
Sure. That's assuming that this place, this
No.
weird Amber Temple, doesn't hand our asses to us as well.
We want to keep as many secret weapons to ourselves.
we need to go to talk to Strahd just to get a sense of him.
Back on my
Just
PC.
to understand. But just to understand what's going on. To
To
get
be-
a flavor of him. We're trying to understand about Arganvos.
Asefa, we've spoken to Strahd quite a few times. He's a dick. There's not a lot. There's not a lot to really glean from this.
And he can manipulate your mind.
I understand. I understand he is an asshole. But if he uses this in some kind of game, we can use that game against him. If he tries to overplay his hand and toying with us, that is great information we can use to lead to his destruction. Seeing him face to face in this dinner, where he is in his most powerful, we are no threat to him in that place at that time.
But if
Are we not?
if it's a game, why not just have more pieces?
Because he knows the pieces. If his greatest pleasure will it not be to see us fail in trying to take down his greatest weakness?
That's
We
true.
can
If he's
understand that
immortal,
directly. We can
probably his only
understand that
entertainment.
direct from his own lips. No, that he tells us that it is futile to go to the Amber Temple. Him tell us it is futile to go to the Amber Temple because he knows we will fail. And then nothing better on our faces to look at him and slap him in the face back when we do go to the Amber Temple and actually sort it out. But for all we know, Kasimir could be lying and leading to our doom. No offense, Kasimir, but he could leading us to our doom in the Amber Temple. But we don't know if the Amber Temple is the right place at the right time.
Okay,
But
either he's
what if
very
he's at,
clever
but if the biggest is at full power and we just go strolling up to dinner, yeah, after I've eaten, what if he just kills us?
He's not going to do
So-
it that easily.
It's-
He
it
wants to play with us.
It promised. He promised in your invitation that we'll not be
He-
harmed.
What, you think
in
he's
this
going to
dinner.
keep his promise?
Safe parage.
So Casimir's going
he
to
is a lord of the land and he has laws and is very particular about those. Perhaps
It's no.
he is
You'll let-
strict
you'll
on
let
his
the
promises.
The guy who makes the laws
He'll
is
let
also
the
above
land
it.
Kill us. He'll let the land kill us more than he will kill us. He will try to kill us in that dinner.
Perhaps it
If
is
we
his
do not try and
entertainment.
assault, if we do not try and assault him in that dinner, he has no reason to play that game of trying to kill us then and there, because it does not play to his fun.
But if you go skulking around the place and looking for some weird ass skull, isn't that going to piss him off?
Potentially, but that's the risk we got to take. Because if we can, because look, when we were in Arganvos talk, you saw that sword that revenant was guarding.
Yeah, it's a good sword.
Yes.
You said it yourself that could be a very good sword that could aid in killing Strahd. The only way we can do that if we return Arganvos Hole to Arganvos Hole, and then whatever happens to that revenant will happen to him, and he'll be much friendlier to us, so that we can return this and get the sword, so we can kill Strahd better. It's another lead to another tool to kill him faster, better, stronger than what we are right now.
There is perhaps the other benefit if we go to this dinner looking weak, to the point where he is not considering bothering to kill us. If we weaken him before, and I know I'm going against my own point of earlier, but if we weaken him before, he then sees that we could be a threat, whereas at the moment, I mean, have we really done anything that could vastly hurt him?
We did,
Precisely.
but then he screwed us over. So, we did have one true piece of key information that could stop him, but
What's that?
he took that from us.
What do you mean?
It was a journal with notes on how Strahd's becoming and how, yeah, it was bad.
And yeah, what happened to that book?
I may have given it to him. See, this
You
is
gave
why
it
it's so
to him.
dangerous.
Right.
He
okay.
manipulates your mind into doing what he wants.
I think
But
Asif is right.
But exactly, if we go to the Amber Temple and kill whatever this bad part, the thing that's crucial to killing Strahd, he's going to feel weak and feel vulnerable and likely to pull down his full wrath and vengeance upon us before we're ready. We are not ready to take on Strahd at his mightiest right now, are we not? For better or for worse, we just got our asses handed to us by one guy with a sword and all of his mates.
There's a lot of mates.
Didn't even have to deal with the mates, to be honest. The sword was enough. It's pretty bad.
It's the sword of the sun.
Look, okay, Asefa, I think you're right. We should tell Kasimir that perhaps we'll wait until after dinner to look at the Amber Temple. But I don't trust him. There's something he's hiding.
The Amber Temple. The Amber Temple is the right place to go, but not right now.
Yeah.
So what? We're going to go to this windmill and then go to Strahd, or are we going to Strahd first and then the windmill and then Amber Temple?
Look, I need a rest first.
I think the windmill is probably good first.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Again, after a rest, yeah, I'm tired too. The windmill first is probably a good shot because it means that it's a good if we can do whatever it is there. If we're able to kill it and survive it, do something with it that's good, then that's a good win for us. If it's a loss, it's another loss on the tally, and we have not any better for worse for.
Yes, I suppose.
So,
Essentially, easy win.
So, Kasimir, it looks like you've got 4 house buddies for tonight.
Very well.
See?
After we've had our dinner with Strahd, we shall come back and assist you with the Amber Temple, if we're not already dead.
You will most likely die.
No, that's too easy killing.
You are so happy. Isn't he just so happy?
Delightful.
It's bright as a plum.
Of course, you are welcome to stay here.
Thank you. And Varyelle's just going to hit the deck.
What else do you know about Strahd? So you know the source of his weakness is in the Amber Temple.
Mm-hmm.
What other weakness does he have that apart from the Amber Temple?
I do know of one. Kasimir. We came across a knight with a crystal sword, and I read about Sergei, Strahd's brother, having a sword of light, of the sun. Do you think that could have been it? Have you ever heard of that?
Can you roll persuasion?
1 second, I just need to get it up.
It's Casimir Strahd's brother. Oh my god.
I don't think he's Sergei. That'll be pretty cool if he is though.
Strahd was a man, not an elf, though.
I'm gonna use lucky point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, we're about to rest, I'm gonna use another lucky point. Oh, there we go. 21.
Wow, okay. Kasimir leans back and he says, Sergei, a name that has likely not been uttered in Barovia for several centuries.
I've said it before, but alright.
How do you know of this name?
We read it in a book I found at a crossroads. It was in a grave.
A rare tome indeed to have mentioned Sergei. Sergei, as you seems like you know, was Strahd's brother. And he was killed by Strahd. On the day of his wedding, in fact.
What, Strahd's wedding or the Sergei's wedding?
Sergei's wedding. He was in love with a woman named Titania, and Strahd envied and despised him for it. And so he killed him and took Titania for his own.
Wow.
Yeah.
Possessive much? Clearly Strahd didn't know that how many women are out there.
Strahd has long desired Titania.
Or
I
just
believe
one.
it is one of the few things remaining that he truly does desire.
Which
What
is
do you
why we
mean?
saw.
As in, he still desires her?
Yes, that is one thing that has remained constant. In fact, it leads to my own sorry tale of love and death and mistakes that I have made concerning my own sister.
Do you want to explain that more, or we don't have to if it's too personal? But
His eyes are like a bit, like sort of tearing up a bit. And he says, many centuries ago, my sister, Petrina Velokovna, she went to Strahd, or Strahd sought her, I do not know which. And you see, we were enemies at the time, and in my anger, kind of chokes up a bit. I led myself and many of my people, and we killed my sister. We stoned her to death.
oh god,
And it is as punishment for that Strahd took these, and he gestures to like his sort of melted ears, and he slaughtered the women of my tribe, and he left me here, trapped in Barovia, to live out the rest of my days.
So you killed your sister because she married Strahd.
Kind of looks at you and says, I do not seek to make you understand, because I regret my actions more than you could possibly know, but it was difficult back then, when just a different time, we were different people.
Or she turned. Did he make her like him?
She was not a vampire, but whether he made her go to him or she went to him willingly, that I do not know.
Probably should have asked her before you killed her.
I ask her
Oh,
every
and my
night.
ear comment was bad.
I ask her every night in my dreams, and she never answers.
Well, obviously, they're not the real... Okay.
In your dreams. Do you dream of her often?
The town.
Every night.
How real are these
And
dreams?
you're-
Sorry.
It is but a dream. I know what you think, but she haunts me still. My actions haunt me.
Okay, like straight up. Is she in the room?
No, her spirit will linger in Barovia, but I have never encountered it.
And this obsession with the Amber Temple, is this because of Strahd or because of her?
No, I have given up on her. I seek only to destroy Strahd.
Insight check.
I'm inside now as well.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. Unnatural 20.
Okay, Matt.
That's good. So mine was only an 11.
Okay. Yeah, Matt, you think he's telling the truth. Varyelle, you think that he's lying.
shit.
In fact, you're very certain of that he's lying.
Kasimir, if we are to seek our own deaths, be truthful with us. Is this for your sister?
I seek only to defeat Strahd.
I'm assuming, like, I can sense there's a little bit of hesitance there.
I mean, given your previous role, you are definitely aware of the fact that he's pretty much lying to you at the moment.
So, I am sorry for the nightmares that you keep, and I am in the business of settling spirits to their true rest, and this cursed land means most spirits cannot leave. So I seek to aid your sister as well. Do you think the Amber Temple is the way to put her to rest?
If there is any rest to be had for her, it will lie within the Amber Temple.
Okay. I do not think that this is an unworthy cause, but we must meet Strahd first. We will come back.
Kind of bows his head, but he doesn't say anything. Either I will see you again, or I will not.
I mean, it depends if you plan on going anywhere. If you just stick here, then we'll be fine.
I
will
think
be
he's
here.
suggesting we're going to die.
Oh, yeah, we probably will. But if we do, just had it been known, it's Asefa's fault.
My fault.
You're the one that wants to go there.
You're the one. You're the one's been invited.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I have to go.
I mean, it didn't say when we have to go. There's no RSP on this thing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Open invitation.
But either way, if it leads to our doom or our survival, either way, it's an end to an end.
And I could always just make whoever invisible, and they can do what they need to do. As long as you don't hit anything, then you should be alright.
I'm not particularly quiet.
But, try.
Neither am I. My
Right.
hoofs make an awful lot of sound.
Well, put some slippers on then. Everything of that?
My feet don't fit slippers. I'll have you know.
Oh.
They don't grip very well.
Maybe we can, I don't know, skin a sheep and then wrap that around you.
Can this please be bedtime talk? Can we be laying down in bed ready to go to sleep?
Is there
This
even a
is
bed in
bedtime
here?
talk.
I don't even know if there
I'm putting my bedroll down on the floor next to
okay.
the fire.
I'm probably sleeping in the sofa. Oh, I probably should drop the disguise self. I mean, he knows who I am by now, but yeah.
Oh, I kind of assumed you'd already dropped it.
No,
yeah.
but I'll drop it
Well.
anyway.
Okay. Anybody else want to talk to Kasimir or do anything? Otherwise, you can commence your long rest.
I need a mother clucking nap.
Okay. Sonny, you'll get your report on Spiny in the morning when you wake up,
Cool.
if it happens.
Long
Can I
rest.
hit
Take
this long rest
rest.
button?
On firm.
Yes. You have an uninterrupted long rest.
Huzzah!
Sonny, Spiny does return to you.
Nice.
So whenever you want to hear the report, pretty much you'll all wake up in the morning. Kasimir is just sitting in the same chair, watching all of you sleep, pretty much.
That's creepy.
Creepy.
Alright, yeah. I'll get the...
Do you want to hear the report now from
yes.
Spiny, or?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so remind me again. He's basically an imp now, right?
He's an imp.
And he can go invisible.
He can go invisible, and he was turned into a raven. So he was turned into a raven, and he was invisible at the time when I set him off.
Okay.
Do you need anything else from him?
I'll give you the pertinent details then.
He
So
can.
Valaki
He can see.
has-
He can see in magical darkness, if that's worth anything.
Okay. It's good to know for the future. So Valaki has changed quite a bit since you guys were there. The church has been razed to the ground. So where the church was is basically nothing now. It's just scorch marks. The guards are all wearing a crest that you recognise from the time you visited the Lady Wakata in her house. I know it was a while ago for you guys. She was the woman you visited, and she basically kicked you out of her house.
I remember that.
I don't
Yep.
remember that. But okay.
Yeah.
Dan, if you remember any more details, you can give them now if you like. I don't remember exactly. Don't want to mix you up with the other group.
I don't know. We tried sneaking in through the back.
She's
and
basically
steal
like
her
a
wine.
noble woman who, you guys went broken.
Oh,
well,
was
I
that
can't-
that was a fancy woman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember now.
Yep. So the guards are now wearing her crest, all of them. In the town square are the corpses of the Baron, his wife, his son,
Oh no.
died
Oh,
out on
shit.
the road, and from each of their necks is hanging a sign saying, "They stood against the devil."
Shit.
Oh my god, they've completely turned.
Notably missing is the monk that Arthur encountered, and Esmeralda, who left with the knight and the monk. But everybody else is displayed up there.
Wasn't there like another guard? Wasn't there another, like 3 of them? Wasn't there? So I'm guessing the third one is up
Oh,
there.
wait.
They were transporting something. You don't see that anywhere.
Okay, I thought there was 3 of them. Okay, fine. So, there's
So
only
there
2
was
of
a
them.
knight, there was a monk, and they were transporting a captured werewolf, I think.
Werewolf thing, yeah,
So-
it was a werewolf.
So
The
is the
knight.
knight there?
The knight is there. The monk and Esmeralda aren't there.
So the knight's dead.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
And there's
so that's
no
a
sign of Ismark. Not Ismark.
He's not-
Isaac.
No, you don't see Isaac.
Okay.
If the knight was killed, that's pretty solid. That will be killed if we go anywhere near it. 'Cause
Well,
that's a fresh delivery.
Most
That's
definitely.
if she's a Baron, she hates our guts. So
yeah,
yeah,
best not.
Well, she hates your guts. Me and Asefa are good.
yeah.
Well, we have no. But the thing is, like, what did the knight do? You know, the knight didn't do anything in theory.
No, but the werewolf he was holding.
But they raised the werewolf.
No, I'm saying if the werewolf got out, the first thing that werewolf was going to do was kill that knight.
Why would it? Okay.
Damn.
Are
Yeah,
werewolves kind of like servants of Strahd?
So
Are werewolves kind of like servants of Strahd, or do they have their own just kind of pack?
you guys don't know. You haven't really encountered many werewolves. The only ones that
Well, we
the
have,
other
yeah.
group.
Well,
Yep,
we have,
but
yeah.
you didn't ask them particular questions. You just
No.
they try to eat you, basically.
Yeah, we don't know.
All right.
Just thinking that might have been why.
So I'll obviously relay all of this. It can talk actually. The imp can talk in common, so he'll just relay it all.
Okay, so it'll basically say what I just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just this little thing talking
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
Varyelle's gonna kick the.
Oh, sorry. One more
chair
thing. The
leg
Baron's
out.
mansion has also been raised to the ground.
Really?
Varyelle's gonna kick the chair across the room, kind of audibly annoyance at the monk not being there.
Shit. So we only have one way into Strahd's mansion now.
That's
the invite.
So we
That
better make
kid
that.
could have teleported us.
Yeah, we're going to have to make it count then, really, because after we leave, there's no other way through without being uninvited.
I was hoping to get supplies.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Well, unless Spiny gets it, but you know.
Well, I'm not wanted like you two are.
Well, we can just cast invisibility on ourselves and wander in.
I mean, I can look like somebody else, so you know.
Yeah, no problem for us. If you want to take the risk.
I had a dream last night, and my dream was telling me that I am very easily hit, and that my current equipment is not going to be good enough against such forces that we have
So-
coming up.
That's
So I was thinking that I might be worth me getting some new armor. But that would require going into somewhere that would sell it.
What kind of armor are you looking for? Because I can use some of my abilities to, to create some
You've got
out of some metal scraps.
you got a camp right up there. Why don't you check the camp for supplies?
I have a feeling the Vistani probably would have taken everything of worth.
You never know.
Well, it doesn't have to be a lot of good stuff. It's all it needs to be is a metal material. For the most part, I can the magic itself I can use is can fill in a bunch of the gaps. So it doesn't need to be anything major.
Well, anything better than my current equipment would be most helpful. My order when they go to war tend to wear breastplate, but I can understand if that is beyond what we have amongst us.
Breastplate is you need a true forge to craft breastplate. I can do something lighter. Maybe trying to think back to my I could probably do you a scale mail, most likely. But the issue with scale mail, to be fair, is it's a bit noisy, and so it can be if you like those two idiots over there want to try and sneak or skulk around, then you probably find that harder than most. But
Nothing wrong with
I
sneaking.
can,
It
I
gets
can
you out
certainly
of,
drum.
you know.
I can certainly drum you up some scale mail if we can find the right materials.
Well, I shall. It is definitely better than what I'm currently wearing, so I can try to look for it.
I can join you. I can help you all out. I know what I've been looking for.
Excellent. Well, good day, Kasimir. We shall return. Perhaps lend rest to your sister at last.
Farewell, adventurers.
Well, Varyelle's just going to leave and start searching camp.
And try to cheer up, Casimir. You know, you live on the bright side of life a little bit.
Learn to smile.
Exactly.
It helps.
The sun has gone out of my life. Only darkness remains.
True, but you know, you can even nighttime can be fun. Trust me. Okay.
So we're searching the camp. How much stuff do we find?
You're not really going to find anything usable here. Most of it was torched and like melted. Anything that was remaining, the Vistani
That doesn't
long since
that
taken.
doesn't matter.
If it's
You
melted.
can use your channel divinity to conduct an hour-long ritual that crafts a non-magical item that must include some metal. A
Wow.
simple and martial weapon, suit of armor, 10 pieces of ammunition, a set of tools, or another metal object. The thing you create can be something that is worth no more than 100 gold pieces.
In that case, you will find love metal. Yeah, there's definitely bits of armor which have remained. There's lots of just like iron and steel, which was in the wagons, which is like sort of deformed and melted. So yeah, if it's metal you're after, then it's definitely around this camp.
Then I will conduct the hour-long ritual to get you scale mail.
Nice.
Nice.
While he's doing that, I think Varyelle's probably going to be praying.
Mhm.
We don't need to copy that. Just praying.
Okay, that's fine. Anybody else want to do anything?
Not that I
Can I search camp for anything of value?
There's not really anything of value. It's all kind of like unusable. Other than obviously unless you've got something like Matt's ability, but yeah, there's nothing else really.
No worries then.
Okay. No, I'm fine. I think there's nothing I want to particularly do.
Okay. So in that case, yeah. After an hour, Asefa has constructed some armor for you, Varyelle.
Yay! Well, scale
go.
mail, right, Matt?
Scale mail is a bit jankily at times, but it certainly serves the purpose. You'll find that for the sacrifice in noise, you gain effectiveness. To my mind, it is the same as breastplate.
He'll start.
Apart from it's a bit noisier.
He'll start donning it on, and as he's starting donning it, I imagine just like constant jingling and scraffling and.
Oh yeah.
Yes, fits well. You are a master craftsman. To do this with just such basic material. Incredible.
It's the power of my hands, and I guess divine magic, but I suppose it's wait to be seen.
Perfect. Well, at least now I'm up to an Archon class of 15. That's reasonable.
And
Wow.
I'm also gonna tap that armor and use my Blessing of the Forge ability to give that armor a +1 bonus.
Ooh. very
And
nice.
so my armor class is no longer 20. My armor class is now 19.
Your armor class.
So you have an additional magic bonus of +1 to your armor class.
Nice. Very nice.
Damn.
That's wow.
Called
Sexy.
Blessing of the Forge. Yeah, I have to redo it every day, but
This is most kind. And incredibly, I feel like it's almost gleaming, shiny in some way.
don't get ahead of yourself. It's still armor. You can still get hurt.
I understand. I'm very used to getting hurt.
But I hope that it helps at least.
Thank you, Asefa. You have a blessed hand.
Sacrificing my 20 AC for you.
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
Son of a bitch. I
Alright.
I will deem and gift you whatever benefit I can in combat and make sure that you don't get the first hit. Or don't get hit first. That's the best way of saying that.
Okay. Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
No.
I won't do this yet, but I plan to cast a spell on the first sign of trouble. For everybody.
What kind of trouble?
It's the aid spell, so it just gives everybody extra hit points.
Okay.
I might actually change my. I think
It lasts 8 hours, so
Okay.
I'm going
I
to
no point
change.
doing that until we're gonna hit trouble.
I'm
Okay.
gonna use disguise self to make myself look like. Let's see. I'll go to my usual Barrett Kresk Baron because people don't know what he looks
Okay.
like.
Before Xyril changes, just I'll point out that you guys feel like he looks like a bit ill, like a bit, I don't know, tired or something. It's a bit off.
Right, Xyril. You're looking a bit peaky.
Oh,
How did you sleep? That sofa didn't look mighty comfortable. It didn't. It looked,
Well.
the floor looked better than that.
let's just say what I need is a good bed and a good woman. Well, to be fair, she doesn't have to be that good.
Fucking hell.
No standards there.
Xyril, I'll have you know it's important that all of us are clear to each other. You are okay, are you not?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, you better be, because we might be running into a fight in this windmill.
Fine, it's fine. I'm still more than capable. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
So-
gonna silently mouth to Varyelle as he walks off to be like, "Watch him." Just mouthing.
And I would have, as soon as sort of I finished talking, I would have disguised myself.
When
As
sorry, when Asefa says watch him, can I just get a sense to see you remember what I saw following them before?
Yeah.
Do I get a sense of that particularly around Xyril?
Roll investigation.
Stalking much, but all right.
That is. Oh, I don't have a plus anything, so that's a 15.
Okay. So it's hard to communicate. You kind of almost, as you kind of like use your sort of inherent sort of insight to kind of like peer into the sort of other realm, you always feel a bit of like a suffocating kind of like pressure, which is kind of like surrounding Xyril. Obviously, he's unaware of it because he's not attuned that way. The spirits, they're definitely following Eirril still. something's kind of keeping them away, like from Xyril. Something sort of larger and more malevolent.
So there's a spirit following him, but there's another bigger spirit protecting him?
Protecting's a bit of a strong word. There's
Like,
else.
like prey protecting its food source.
More like, yeah, kind of, yeah. It's more like its presence is driving away the other spirits, I'd say.
I see.
Jesus.
And this is specifically Xyril.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad.
Okay, I'm gonna walk along Cyril for a while and just kind of. Varyelle's essentially pondering this and trying to understand as best he can.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else anybody would like to do?
No, not really.
Just carry on.
Okay.
So we're just going
So-
to the windmill.
For
Are we
brevity,
skirting around?
Yeah, I'm going to assume one that you're skirting around Valaki, and that two
Yeah.
you're then following the road. You're not going to try and cut through the woods or anything. crazy
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
yeah, follow the road. Yeah, definitely.
No.
And I will.
Okay, so for reference, this is where you're headed. To the sorry. To this bit here.
Mhm.
And yep, for brevity,
bad
I'm going to
hacks.
streamline this. Yeah, I don't know who put the label.
That was all dumb.
That's all done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to streamline the journey and just say you managed to make it without
No rolls.
any problems. Yeah.
Nice.
So you start approaching the windmill.
Heads up for ravens. Yeah, last time we came here,
Yeah.
we had a bit of a raven issue.
Oh wow.
So this time you guys follow the sort of the path through the mountains, and you descend. So this windmill is located at like sort of in the middle of like a valley. To get to it, you kind of walk past what looks like an abandoned like ruin of like a town, like clearly sort of like no one lives here anymore, that sort of thing. And you come to this windmill. It looks pretty shabby. It's like the stone's like all dirty and like obviously unkept. There's kind of cracks in the windmill which you can see from here. It's kind of angled slightly to one side. The windows are kind of covered in dirt and filth. You see like a wooden platform. You can kind of see it going around. It's a bit like scaffolding. That's kind of like circling around the windmill. Last time you came here, there was a raven on this bit. There's no ravens around here at the moment. And yeah,
I'm going to
there
cast
is.
aid.
Okay.
On
What is that?
everybody.
Okay.
So everybody has a increase of hit points. The hit point maximum and current hit points increased by 5
Mhm.
for the next 8 hours.
Max
So
HP one.
our
Plus 10.
max HP is higher.
Max and current is increased by 5.
Cool. If you click on the HP, you can add max HP modifier. If you add that by 5, it does both. On Beyond.
Okay, cool.
So you guys are outside this windmill. It's up to you what you'd like to do now. So you don't. Yeah. Well, you see what I've described.
I draw my blade and incite the crimson right.
What?
Okay.
What? Hold on there, Varyelle. We gotta follow our rules, do we not?
He just likes
Like,
cutting himself.
I'm literally just like, I just want to be prepared. Last time we went into a place that was mostly a ruin. Had to, you
We
know.
got- Varyelle, we gotta hold up a good responsibility for a good sign to
You're
our
right. You're
evil
right.
companion.
You're right. And he's gonna like before he draws blood, he's just gonna put the blade away. And just go, okay, I understand. You're right. Of course you're right.
See, this
It
is
set-
why
it
Asefa
sets
is our
a bad-
nominated speaker.
It sets a bad precedent if we go in with sword drawn, does it not?
Yes.
If
You're right,
if their
okay.
intent is evil, then let them have at our wrath. But if they're not evil, then they might become evil if we go in swords ablazing.
Okay. You're right.
Now,
You're right.
Now, fellas, what happened when you were here last?
We got attacked by a raven. And then we left.
You got attacked by a raven, and then you left. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you all see do we see a raven at the moment?
No.
You do not. There are no ravens around here.
So we might
So-
be alright.
So shall we just knock?
I
Shall we
guess-
just knock and see what happens?
I
I
guess
think
so.
knocking is the polite way to go into a place.
God, you guys are so unlike us, Jafar. If this Jafar was here, he'd be kicking that.
door down.
He'd be kicking that door as if with, you know, it was the big S himself.
Okay, so what's happening? You're
And-
walking up to the door, and
Yeah.
I'll knock. Hello.
Just a minute.
you'll kind of hear like shuffling sort of movement. You're like, oh, get out of the way. The door will crack open, and you'll see quite an elderly sort of lady standing there.
Do I recognise
she'll-
her?
Do you recognise her? Roll history.
What are the
Yeah, so I'm thinking she's the hag that tried to steal the children.
Good idea. Can I, now that she's got the door open, because I can telepathically talk to Spiny, can I tell Spiny to turn into a spider and have it crawl in? I think it's a spider's one of my options, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it
Remember,
is.
Rat and Raven.
Rat, Raven and Spider are my options.
Yeah, 2-6.
I won't make it go invisible, I think that's a bit overkill for now. Actually, to be fair, it can do it, I might as well.
Okay, so it's gonna go invisible and what? Like just kind of
Turn into
speaking as like
turn
a
into a
spider?
spider.
you say?
Yeah, turn into a spider, go invisible.
Okay.
And scout.
Okay, I'll relay that information in a moment. We'll kind of just assume he's trying to sneakily sort of get in.
Mhm.
Dan, what did you
Oh.
roll?
Yeah, 6. Immediately 6.
Not kind of. You're not sure.
Yeah.
To be honest. Sorry. What was the last thing someone said before?
I was gonna say just a hag.
Oh, okay, fine. She says,
Says, yes, hello. Are you here for some dream pastries?
Mm. Oh, there's
Jesus.
your answer.
Why?
Sorry, what are the?
What was that you said?
Are you here for some pastries? You look like a sort of strapping young man who'd appreciate them.
I mean,
Okay,
I love
something like that.
pastries.
Fresh.
Whoa, what?
Why?
Wait.
Why? Yes, that sounds mighty nice.
I could do
Would
with
you,
I could do with some food.
Would we be allowed to come in and sit down and enjoy these things with maybe a beverage or something?
roll persuasion.
Persuasion. I'll be mighty nice.
That's why you get to roll in the first place.
Persuasion. That is a 17.
Wow. Okay. She says,
Oh, you seem like a nice, respectable young gentleman. I don't see why not. Are these your friends? Will they be wanting some pastries as well?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
They certainly will. We've had ourselves a long journey this morning, and my stomach it may be rumbling, and I got myself a mighty thirst that I'd like to quench. If you'll not be so kind.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, come in, make yourselves at home. I'll have the lucky I just put on a fresh batch. Mind you, no freebies. I don't want any of you sneaking some pastry. I do make the finest pastry in Barovia.
Wait, before we go in, can I just turn to Xyril and say, I wouldn't eat that pastry. It could be the pastries where... It could be the pastries with the children inside them.
To be fair, if it tastes good, I don't really care.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I ask as we go in, are these meat pastries? Are these meat-free pastries?
Well, yes, lots of protein in them. Yes, they're very good for you.
So is that a protein source, meat or is it meat-free, plant-based,
It's just I just gather it from around Barovia. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm a Minotaur, and I have a sensitivity to my brethren being in certain products. So, are they cow faced. I'll make a glare at Xyril.
Oh no, don't you worry about it. No, I use I use toads. I use snakes, chickens.
She'll gesture around the room, and now that you guys are in the room, you can see it's a pretty like dirty, like ramshackle room. And there's like buckets and like baskets and boxes and stuff like just piled up everywhere. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a chicken coop. I'm not sure where it is on the map. Yeah, there's like chickens which are kind of like just clucking and sort of walking around. There's a. I won't describe everything. There's lots of stuff basically. You see a very large oven, which is on at the moment. Looks like she's been using it, like cooking stuff. And
How large is the oven? Is it big enough for Hansel and Gretel?
It's quite big. You could probably almost not quite get a Asefa in there, but probably the rest of you could
Wow, that's a big oven.
So could we get the old lady in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get her in there, yeah.
Okay, good to know. Just keeping that in mind.
Wow.
The pastries
That's
themselves smell really, really good. They smell really nice. But the room itself smells like really gross. So it's kind of like a weird like mismatch.
Haiss, what was that town that we first went to?
It was called the Village of Barovia. So you can call it the village.
Okay.
So she'll kind of like fuss around and she'll say,
Well, sit down, make yourselves at home, and I suppose you've got some gold to pay for these. Of course, if you don't have gold, we could always arrange for other payment.
This room is a bit cramped for all of us. Would you mind if we go upstairs? Do you have another area where we can sit and rest our weary feet?
I'm afraid my sisters are at home and they're bathing at the moment, so we can't go upstairs. But you can try your pastries down here. It's no problem, and I can have a little chat with all of you. You all seem like very nice people.
Younger sisters?
Oh Jesus!
she kind of like looks at you a bit annoyed.
Actually, I'm the youngest.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yes, let us try these pastries.
Yes. So
How much for a dozen?
oh, hungry are you? Well, that'll be let me see. How about 10 gold for all of them?
Oh my god.
10 gold.
It's quite
Damn.
steep, isn't it?
These are the finest pastries in Barovia. I guarantee that once you try some of these pastries, you'll be begging for more.
Where do
Tell you what.
you?
Nah, lady.
Tell you what, 6 gold for you and your friends, not including the rude one.
Nah, lady. If these are the best pastries in all Barovia, then why aren't the rest of the whole of Barovia knocking down your door to get them?
Well, they are. Have you been to the village of Barovia recently? They die for my pastries.
You sell your pastries in the village of Barovia, do you? And you walk around with a cart, do you not?
Oh, the pastries, yes.
Ah, I think we've met before then.
No, I'd remember someone like you.
Ah, maybe your sisters might remember me.
Would you like me to get them?
Yeah.
Why don't we all go up and meet them together?
Yeah. Why don't we? Well, yeah. Why don't
I'm
we?
sure they
all-
won't mind the intrusion.
Let me just check that they're decent, please.
Yeah, we'll stay down here. Yep, you go up. Yep. And as soon as she leaves, as soon as she's out of earshot, I'm gonna huddle with the guys.
All right, you haven't got long. She's basically gonna go up the stairs, and you'll hear her calling, saying, "Ophalia, better get down here." So yeah, you've got time now.
She's nuts, right?
Do I not get any info from Spiny before this huddle?
Sorry, where are you? So obviously you've now walked into the ground floor. Where are you going to send Spiny?
Upstairs.
Just up the floor? Okay. Alright. I'll just tell you quickly what's upstairs. To be honest, the floor above you, not too much. It's pretty much like an empty room. There's like flour up here, which someone looks like has been milling. looks very unstable, like up on this floor. I guess you want to send him up another floor, see what's going
Yeah,
on.
I want to get basically because my range should be fine for this whole thing. So
Okay.
basically, to send it because they're quite small areas. The idea would be to just scale as fast as you can because it shouldn't be enough to especially in rooms like the milling one, that there's not enough there to look at. If that makes sense.
Okay. Alright, I'll tell you what's on the top floor, and then have your chat. Actually, have your chat, and then I'll tell you what's on the top floor.
Okay. All I'm going to say to them
I'm
is,
just totally
This
quick-
woman's crazy, is she not?
I've met these women before in the village of Barovia. They sell pastries, but the thing they don't tell you is there's dead children in those pastries.
Children?
They kill children and put them in the pastries. I shit you not, these women have to die. I think we should vote on it right now.
I mean, if they're making children pastries, my vote is that they're evil. Why not?
Yeah, they're evil. They're killing people.
How?
Probably under Strahd's.
Or they're
That is
just
true.
weirdos.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
The killing of children is pretty bad. I know
Awful
Haiss
behaviour.
just vacate. I know Haiss is vacated, but I would ask him if he was here if we could see further evidence of children being in this place.
Well, why don't you
Perhaps-
why don't you check the oven?
Yeah. I mean, they do all here, the whole prep. They go out, steal children, probably kill them here and put them in the pastries.
So, DM, would we be able to see if there's evidence of like children, like bones of young kids in this room?
Okay.
Skull in the oven.
Well,
Blood splatter.
you obviously don't have time to do like
But-
an in-depth look. They're literally coming down now. So what I'll do is we'll
Just like
end here.
because we're basically about to have a vote to say if we're gonna kill these ladies, and I'm just
Okay.
looking for that nail in the coffin. Say yes,
Yeah.
we should.
Okay.
Just looking at the first hint of the fact that the children a bone I could believe is a child's bone. Is that easy enough to see before we go? Yes.
Question though, what is everyone's votes at the moment? Because Xyril's and Eirril's are pretty much yes.
Yeah.
So
100%.
it really depends on Varyelle as well. Because Varyelle also says yes, then Asefa's irrelevant.
I would
Well,
also like to see evidence
God
first,
damn it.
Okay.
but the minute I see evidence, I agree.
I'm a hesitant yes, but I just like in my own mind just to be like definitely boom. I mean,
Yeah, it's not just a rumor
that
or a lie.
that my one foot's in the door on the yes. I need something else to put my other foot in the door for the yes.
You can trust
Alright.
me.
So there's two bits of information
I trust you. I trust you.
that you guys are going to get here. So, and then we'll leave on a cliffhanger. So the first thing is on this floor, at a glance, there are small bones that when you look closer, you see scattered about the wall. It's kind of hard to tell what they're from, but you definitely see like little bones like going around.
Little as in
Xyril.
what?
That's enough. That's
People bones. Because she listed what? Snakes, frogs, and chickens.
Chickens.
So if it's
Looks-
bigger
it
than
looks
any
big.
one of those
Don't have
bones.
It looks a
Ah,
bit bigger.
then
I know
that's-
snakes don't have bones, but I'm just saying, like, those are the things she listed.
It's not
Right.
It's not going to be a frog's bone or chicken's bone. It's going to be something bigger
Well,
than a.
It just helps
the
that
The
they-
other-
other,
bigger than a
the other
chicken.
thing that might be more swing the boat is Xyril. While you guys they're basically kind of coming down the steps almost. Your Spiny reports back from the third floor. There's 4 floors, by the way.
Mhm.
So it reports back from the third floor, and what it sees, amongst other things, are 2 small children in a cage with breadcrumbs.
With breadcrumbs.
Yeah, basically they're
Motherfucking
caged.
Hansel and Gretel.
instantly relay that as soon as I
That's it.
possibly can. As soon
Roar in
as
the
I can.
blade.
Alright,
We're killing her.
All right,
Nail in the coffin.
I will.
Wow.
Well,
I tried to
literally
start with
now,
the small clue first before the big one.
I will also cast Elemental Weapon again.
I think I'll say,
Go.
make sure we corner them first, take them by surprise.
we'll call it here. But for next time, you'll basically all be able to do like kind of like one thing each before they basically get down the stairs.
I know.
Surprise
I know.
round. Surprise round.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do.
I'll just blast them on the stairs.
I'm gonna sickening radiance them that whole staircase
Great.
Okay.
because they'll all have to take it.
Cloud of daggers. Oh yes.
That'd be good because they have to go down the stairs. They have to go through it.
Ah, yes.
They have to go through it. So anything that's like that is going to be perfect.
I mean, they could just retreat.
Do you want us while we're here to roll initiative now for the eventual combat?
Yeah, go on then if you want.
I'll just put my dice away.
Let's just leave it then because we can just do it next time.
Okay. Oh, I've got a good roll as well. God damn it.
Oh, okay. That's
Well,
why
you
I
can
said it.
remember it for next time.
Yeah. I got an unnatural 20, but yeah.
Well, I'll remember it for next time.
Okay.
Simple enough. Cool. Right. Do you want to end the recording there?
Yes. So right, 3, 2,